Right, my regular mic check. Can anyone hear me in the chat? Just let me know if you can hear me. Oh, I'm sick. Can anyone hear me? I'm just double checking. Okay, you hear me. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a new season, a new dawn for Formula 7 Racing. Sponsored by Sim Racing Setups, we are here for the first race of the season in Tier 3, our brand new 4-tier system with new drivers hitting the grid, some returning drivers still in Tier 3. So we are here for full qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix, the 18-minute Q1 session to a 15-minute Q2 session, and then a 11-minute Q3 session to set the grids for the Tier 3 Australian Grand Prix. We got some sorry, I was just checking. What's your username on the EA? And I'll check it up. Hello, VRB. It is not capital anymore as well. I am your Tier 3 Tier 3 commentator, Joshua. Obviously, I'm just I'm the regular for Tier 3, guys. So let's get it up and running for the first laps of the season. So, who do we have to come out first? It will be the first lap. It will be the first lap of Bulldog in the Mercedes. Set the first lap of the season in season 12 as he heads round turn 14, the final corner of the Albert Park circuit, and heading down into turn 1. Now hitting 5th gear, cut the grass, but he doesn't cut the grass, he hits that curb. And the second DRS zone, which actually detects all the way from the exit of turn 13 into turn 3. Now turn 4 now a little bit deep into turn 4. He heads through turn 6, a flat out right hander, then the fast 7-8 chicane. You get on the throttle super early, and now you have this very long, almost 1 mile straight DRS open into the turn 9 chicane. Bulldog obviously here last season in Tier 3, was doing actually pretty well last season as well. Obviously Post 2 is the first person to set a lap here today as he heads through turn 11 now into what should be flat out by the end of Q2 of turn 12 into turn 13. Morning, Nathan. And then into 14, which actually is flat out now in these Formula 1 cars. Across the line for Bulldog, the banker is going to be set up a 17.3. Next across the line is Kickly Jim, who is 1.1 seconds off the pace and 18.4. Pritzy is also setting a lap 27.4 through the first sector. Umbro is also setting a lap on the medium compound tyres of 44.3 through the second sector. So he heads through turn 13 now, clip of the apex. I say a little bit wide there at the exit, but now across the line to extend with the DRS. James goes P3. I'm assuming he went for 2 out laps, and it's a 17.7, 4/10 off Bulldog for Umbro. Pritzy coming through turn 12 now, a little bit of oversteer on the exit there into turn 13, into 14 now as he heads across the line. P4. Who used to be Tier 2 commentator? Ryan. I've always been the Tier 3 commentator unless Ben wasn't able to comms. So obviously this season, brand new sponsors, a new revamp of the server, which you should see later today in our new Tier 4 system of Formula 7 Racing, where we have a new commentator as well of Jess, also commentating with Nathan. That will be at 3 PM today. I bet everyone's so excited for that, as Jack is on his lap as he heads down turn 11 now. Very swift and fast turn 11 for Jack there as he heads through turn 13 now into 14. Across the line goes Jack. It's an 18.3. NDMV next across the line. 16.8. He goes top of the session. 4 tenths off. 4 tenths ahead of Bulldog. Ashton will be next across the line in the Scuderia Ferrari as he crosses the line now. It's an 18.5. Shadow, the reserve for the Kick Sauber team today. Turn 14 goes Shadow as he will head across the line now, or across the straight. What time will he do? An 18.5 goes P10. Next will be Forza, who actually validated his lap. Will he go again? No, he is going to go again. So let's get on board with Forza. Cuts the grass through turn 1 into turn 2. DRS open. He gets a decent kind of switch through from the Kick Sauber that just finished his lap into turn 3. We're going now. Flips to red curb, which you're not really meant to be doing. So that's a pretty swift turn 4 into turn 5 now. Into turn 6, 7. No pun intended. I just realised what I said. Now heading down the straight into turn 10 and 11. 9 and 10, I mean, for the Red Bull of Forza. Let's see what his second sector will be. Oh, a little bit of oversteer on the exit there as Forza heads down to turn 11 now. Almost touching the grass. How close they are getting to the grass. If you touch that grass, you obviously spin out. You saw that many times during the pre-season racing. I'm going to be on as we go through turn 14 now. Across the line goes Forza. We had it's P4 for Forza. We had to bring in the 6-7 meme, guys. We had to bring in the 6-7 meme. The owner, Nathan, is on a lap in that absolutely beautiful Williams. Is that the special livery? Nathan, purple sector 2 though, 44.5 through that middle sector now. The number 13, Williams of Nathan, who was up and down through the tiers last season. He will stay in tier 3 hopefully this season, so he heads through now the Swift turn 12 into turn 13. And then turn 14, Nathan across the line now. It looks like a pretty swift lap with the purple sector 2 he made. It's P8 in 18 months, so he lost some time, let's say through probably sector 1, sector 3. As one of the title contenders last season, I think, was a Vincenzo. As he comes across the line, where will he go? He goes P5. Next will be not DMB, it will be FDR UD. Someone who I think I used to race with, someone who is resident, I can't even speak now, is fast. 44.1 through that middle sector, so 4 tenths up from Nathan on that lap as UD comes down to turn 11 now in that also very beautiful V Cup. where are people getting these liveries from? When's it my turn? Heading through turn 12 into turn 13 now for UD. And across the line now goes UD to set his first lap. It'll be P5. Jabber's joined the session. Is he on another lap? No. Oh, survival challenge. So, Dutch Verstappen in the Alpine, even though he's going to be a Red Bull driver. If you understood the joke, guys, but yeah. He invalidated his lap anyway. So we can all calm down a bit now. Man, my stomach kills after yesterday. I protein shake for the first time. I made it really. It tasted really good, but at the same time, it just made me feel sick. So that's why I'm like a bit low. So James will be setting his lap in the Williams as he comes through the 6-7 chicane. 2 tenths up on his time at the moment. So at the moment he's looking to be around P10. Obviously the bottom 2 will be, the bottom 3 will be eliminated for this session. As he's still exactly 2 tenths up. Anyone in tier 3, can you let me know if there's any rain through the race? I want to see some rain. No, Jabez has, I think. Yeah, has his. Yeah. Who's Quiet Cake though? I actually don't know who he is. Does everyone know who Quiet Cake is? He's just joined the lobby as well. Beyond, do you know who he is? Quiet Cake. So Ashton on a lap at the moment. But he said Jabba joined the session already. He was already P18. I'm so confused. I'm baffled. 5 minutes left of the session now as Ashton comes through the 6-7 chicane. 4 tenths down though, so we will look. Dutchy. Okay. I'll call him Cake. Umbra on a lap at the moment. He's 2 seconds down, so he will be on a lap. DMB, who hasn't set a lap yet, 27.0 for the first sector, 44.7 through the second sector. Purple sector 2 for DMB as he heads through the next couple of sequences. Hello, Jess. As DMB heads round, a little bit of a lift through turn 12 into turn 13 now. A little bit, he did the apex through turn 13, and then flat out through turn 14 as he crosses the line now. DMB P9 with that lap, 9 tenths off NDMV, who has retired from the session. He thinks no more. He thinks he definitely won't get knocked out. Dutch Verstappen on a lap on the medium compound tyres. Not much time to go, so I think he's trying to save the softs if he can. There will be now 4 people eliminated from this Q1 session. Bulldog has also retired from the session. 26.7 through the first sector. So many 6-7 jokes today, I saw. As Dutch Verstappen heads down the long straight, which used to be separated by a chicane until the 2022 season, into the chicane now, and he's got a little bit wide. He carries on with his lap though, not invalidate, so he could technically carry on. As Dutch Verstappen is through turn 11 now. Vinchenko also retires from the session. Turn 12 for Dutch Verstappen into turn 14. Into 15, and Pritzi also retires. That could be a bit of a buffer there for Pritzi as Dutch Verstappen goes across the line. He'll go P5 that laps. So Quiet still not out. Jabba did set his lap. He goes P14. Kidney is on a lap at the moment in the Red Bull. No, he isn't. Oh, he is? Yeah, he is. Never seen anyone go in non-ERS during a qualifying lap, but we move from that as he gets through the 6-7 chicane onto the long straight. There's loads of people now on the outlaps, especially people from P14 downwards. I think Pritzi might not be safe here. If Jim can set a good lap, if he could go above Pritzi, I think Pritzi might be in danger, as usually goes top of the session. 16.6 the first person. No, not the first person. I was going to say. Alright, if he's like insanely quick, then after quali I'll reset the lobby. Okay, Jim goes P12. Pritzi could be in danger here. All he needs is Nathan and Jabba to knock him out. Shadow is about to start his lap. Jabba is on his lap. He's 6/10 faster at the moment. This could be danger for Pritzi, who retired from P11. He thought he would be safe. It doesn't look like he's going to be safe. A little bit of a moment there for Jabba on the rear end as he heads through turn 12 now into turn 13. Jabba, who 6 up at the moment, would take him around P6 or 7 as he crosses the line. It's P3. So Nathan is currently out at the moment. Quiet Cake is on a lap on the medium compound tyres. So Cake heading through the second sector, 45-2, amazing sector 2 there for Cake. Obviously, if he's too quick, we'll have to reset the lobby, but that's if the gap is, I'd say, around 7 to 8 tenths. So there's a little bit of oversteer on the exit there. Yeah, bro was well too confident retired from P11. As turn 13 now goes Cake, as he has through turn 14. The Ferrari could knock out Pritzi in Q1. Could we hear our first Ferrari of the year? No! 18.6 for Cake. He's out. As someone's just done an amazing lap. I don't know who that was, but they've knocked Pritzi out of qualifying. Nathan, at the moment, is the only person who can knock himself out from Q1. He's trying to keep himself safe. Could he go ahead of Pritzi? Nathan across the line now. It's P11 for Nathan. James is out of qualifying. Same as Pritzi, Ashton, Army, and Quiet Cake have all been knocked out in qualifying. The Ferrari is on the back row, followed by an Aston Martin and a Williams. Are we seeing the 25 season all over again? So the two shockers out is the two Ferraris here in Q1. Vinchenko P11, he was definitely safe. Forza 9th, Bulldog as well, and NDMV. But the two V Cubs, 1 and 2 in Q1, followed by the Alpines, and then the two McLarens for the top 5. This could be a good constructors fight for Tier 3 this season. Now, I think I'm calling it now. If this goes between V-Carb, it could be McLaren as well. I say probably Mercedes as well. We could have a three-way battle for the constructors this season. So guys, I want prediction of the chat while we have this exhibition. Drivers champion. I know it's all too early, but drivers champion and the constructors champion. Who do you think could win it all for Tier 3 this season? As yes, like we said, the two V Cubs set out the 1 and 2 for Q1, 27 milliseconds between the two. drivers. You think it could be you this year, finally? Mercedes not being biased. Imagine if we see a V Cup Civil War. Oh my days, absolute cinema. We're ready for it. We are here for it. V Cup Civil War, here we land. Oh, I just realised, Adam, you're in the stream, aren't you? You're a Tottenham fan. Who's the Tottenham fan in this server? There's like 2 Tottenham fans. Jeffy boy, oh my days. I forgot to tag him. Come on, you Spurs, we took Johnson from you, Adam. Your best player is gone, by the way. I'm just saying. Why Spurs have fans? That's what I'm wondering. So we get Q2 underway, loads of drivers rushing to get out the 2 McLarens, a Red Bull, a Mercedes, who else? From what I can see, I don't know. Yeah, you should check his TT. But I don't know who invited him, because I didn't invite him. Yeah. Mate. He's a world-class player, Adam. He's a world-class player. Forza's retired. Forza's had a moment. Let's just see if we can see him on board. No, he's gone. Forza's had a moment. And Forza's out of the session. So we got our first knockout of Q2. It's Forza in the Red Bull. Has he had a moment on the straight with someone? I hate when I miss these moments. Let's just check if someone's front wing is off. It seems like Jim's front wing's off. Jack's front wing's fine. Umbra's is fine. Jabba's is fine. D&B's is fine. Has he just binned it into the wall? We'll ask him later what happened, but anyways, laps are starting. So Bulldog first to set the lap in the Mercedes. So he heads through turn 1 and 2, and then heading into the heavy braking zone, the first heavy braking zone of turn 3 now. Can you get that curve pretty good? I'm going to try to talk to my parents who came in the... Oh my god, he slammed into the wall. The blame Red Bull, do they? Is he in the second Red Bull? Dude, I did that in my race yesterday as well. I went onto the grass and almost like spun out, and I was like P4 in like a league which is really fast, like so many AMS drivers and all that. Oh my days. Bulldog heads through 10-11 now, clips the apex, a little bit of oversteer on the midway through the corner. A little bit of lateral low, not balancing there. Into turn 13 for Bulldog, into 14. As he will set the banker. As he gets a really good slipstream behind Peter Dutch as well. 17.3 is the banker. Next across the line is Jabba, who goes even faster by 0.7 of a second. Will we see anyone in the 15s here? They are about 0.7 off my fastest time in my race yesterday. I did a 15.6, so about 9 tenths off. 15.6. Dave's Dev to set to lap next. I actually haven't spectated him at all this qualifying session, so let's see what he can do as he comes across The start finish straight. 3 tenths off. Jabber, he goes P2. Next will be UD, 9 tenths off, and someone's front wings come off. That's an Alpine's one. Poj P3. Someone's front wings come off. Everyone else saw that, didn't they? Well, Nathan's on the lap. Someone saw a front wing come off, surely. 44.0 for Nathan through the 910 chicane. So he heads down into turn 11 now. Through turn 12 into turn 13. From the number 13 of the Williams team, can Nathan somehow get himself, well, not somehow, will Nathan get himself into the top 10 positions and be safe from elimination at the moment? P3, 7 tenths off. That's a decent lap for Nathan. Porsche isn't on a lap. Umbra is about to set his lap. NDMV just came out of the pits. 2 Vigos, he took the session. Old tyres, I'm assuming, 4th and 6th. So no one on a lap at the moment. Umbra will start his lap, so we'll stay on the TV cam with Umbra. We've got a clip of what Forza did. I'm going to check that after. As Umbra, who we know is relatively fast. He was catching up with the tier 1 drivers during our practice racing with me, Pele and Bjorn. Umbra 26.6 through the first sector. Purple for the McLaren. Come through the fast 6-7 chicane and through the fast little right left-handers into the chicane of 9 and 10. 43.8 for that middle sector. This is looking ridiculously fast for Umbra. This could be a 1-2 McLaren at the top of Q2 as we speak. Will it be flat out? A little bit of a lift through 5th. And a little lock up through turn 13 as well for Umbra as he comes through turn 14 to the main straight. Where will Umbra put his McLaren? Like I said, P2. Ridiculously fast that was. NDMV if it takes his lap. Man, 4 hours sleep is not it. I need to start going to sleep early. Obviously our sponsors, Fanatec, Sim Racing Setups. I don't know who else it is. If Nathan can tell me, I think he's in the pits. But obviously, 2 sponsors, Fanatec, Sim Racing Setups. Make sure you use the link to get your discounts on bundles on racing setups for any games like a Assetto Corsa, Competidaze, Formula 1, iRacing, and so much more. So NDMV starts his first lap. Dutch Verstappen as well is also on his first lap. So we're still on board with NDMV as he does his lap. I would love to have the telemetry as well. See how many people are doing their laps, and so I don't have to keep switching between the two. 26.9 for the first sector, not purple, but a couple tenths off at the moment for the top stages of Ralph Poise and Bulldog. As we head through into the 910 chicane, 44.1 through the second sector, still not relatively fast. Into 10-11. Into turn 12, NDMV in the Alpine, a little bit deep and wide through there. So he gets through turn 13 now. And DMV will set his technical banker for Q2 as Vinchenko goes P9 and DMV goes P5, as I said, around the Bulldog push times. Dutch Verstappen sets it P3, 700ths off, so his pace has actually come to light now as Umbra is on a lap. Let's see if he can go faster. Dave has gone faster with a 16.4, now 600ths off Jabba. Umbra looking to probably top the session here at the moment. That's the McLaren, a little bit of oversteer through turn 40, then across the line with the other McLaren behind, so slipstream could be a factor. 3 temps off as Jabba starts his lap. Let's see the slipstream that he might get. He'll still get a little bit of dirty air. Yeah, we definitely get that dirty air. Oh, a little bit wide there. His teammate gets out of the way. So let's see the first sector. 9 thousandths up at the moment. So Jabba, with a little bit of a mistake with dirty air from his teammate, touched the grass as well. So far on board with a not relatively fast lap, but somewhat good enough. 700 off now. He heads through the 9-10 chicane and heading down the straight into turn 12 now. Lips the inside curve. He could technically run over the red curve through that corner a little bit, but obviously as he touched the curve there. And now turn 13 into the off camber of 14. A little bit of a back corner as well there. A little bit of oversteer as well. Jabba to cross the line. Has he improved? Will he go fastest? No, you are in 100ths off his fastest time. Vinchenko is on a lap as well, so we'll check what Vinchenko can do. I would be using ERS on this straight, but he's not doing that. A little bit of oversteer there for Vinchenko, so a yellow flag through the first sector for Jabba to let through the Haas of Jack. Pits. DMB is next. Super skills in the Aston Martin clips the inside of 30 and into turn 14. Cross the line goes DMB. Let's see what that P does. It's good enough for P11. The Shadow comes out of the pits. Kifley Jim starts his lap. Jack is also on his lap. He's 4 temps up, so at the moment looking to be around P11. Not going to be fast here. He's also run out of fuel as well, so I think it's best if Jack pits and refuels, come back out. But he's going to carry on. Jack will cross the line. Would it be safe from elimination? P5, that come out of nowhere. Vinchenko retires from the session from P10. From P10. So are we seeing the same thing that happened with Pritzi, where he got eliminated from retiring from a dangerous position? Vinchenko definitely in a dangerous position, retiring from P10. Porsche comes out. Vinchenko's teammate Bulldog comes out. Yuji in the V car, P11 at the moment, so he'll have to set up which he is doing. I can't go any faster. He could have still tried. And oh, UD's invalidated. Could we see 2 shocks going out in Q2? UD has invalidated. He'll have to save that ERS, save the fuel. He'll have enough time to start another lap, I believe. Sector 3, yellow flag. A minute 20 left. He'll have enough time. Just needs to save the fuel. The UD going wide at turn 4. Not good for him. DMB sets his final lap. Same as Jim. Shadow is on his lap at the moment. And oh, a little bit of oversteer through turn 4 as well from the kick Sauber as he heads through. into the sixth average game. 26-9 for the first sector. It's a purple first sector for the kick Sauber. As he heads through now. The long straight. Good for overtaking. Not good if you run the outside. Penny and Beon can tell you that. 44.3 for the second sector. Not a purple, but it is a personal best. He hasn't set a lap yet. Into turn 11 now. Go Shadow. Shadow would need to do an absolute monstrous lap to get himself out of Q2. Jack has retired for the session from P5. So Shadow across the line now. Where will Shadow put his kick Sauber? P5. So Vinchenko is out of qualifying. Yuji's on the lap. He's a 10th up at the moment. So looking around, Poj and Nathan's time as Nathan didn't set another lap, I don't think. As Yudi, turn 11 now, the number 62 of the V-Carb will need to set a good lap to get himself out of qualifying 2 for the Australian Grand Prix, or he will be eliminated. Yudi, round turn 14, across the final corner now. Where will Yudi put the V-Carb? P5, he's safe. Bulldog currently knocked out. He's currently on a lap. Poj has pitted. NDMV goes fastest. Bulldog has pitted as well. So both the Mercedes are out with Q2. Poj just safe. Oswell, DMB and Jim also eliminated. Forza also eliminated. So 2 Red Bulls, 2 Mercedes out of Q2. Our top 10 is sorted for Q3 to set the grid for the Australian Grand Prix. But that is a huge shocker. Bulldog and Vinchenko out of qualifying. Yeah, Super Skills out. That's surprising as well. Forza out as well, but obviously he had his moment. So he got distracted and crashed. And obviously Jim also Shadow pits and Dash was out the pit, so we have to wait for that. Unfortunate for your Bulldog. So, top 3, NDMV, Deus and Jabba all separated by 2 tenths. Well, the top 5 separated by 2 tenths. The top 10 separated by a second. Bulldog, Vinchenko, DMB, Kidley, Jim, and for the finale, Ryup is eliminated in Q2. Is now, we come to the finale to set the grid. 2 flying laps to decide who is on pole for the Tier 3 Australian Grand Prix. While we're in the intermission as well, guys, who is your... What's on your bingo cards this season? I want to know what's on your bingo cards this season for the, all tiers. On my bingo card, me winning a Tier 1 race or getting a podium. I think Nathan was taking the mick in me in the Tier 3 paddock. How do you actually say his name? I win the Tier 2 championship. That's a stretch. You might be in Tier 1 by the end of the first race, Pele. How do you say his name? Because I remember last season you guys were telling me how to say his name, but I've gone back to say Vinchenko. Yeah, I think it's better how I pronounce it. How do you actually pronounce it, though? Vincenzo. I kind of say it like the former Arsenal player. He was from Ukraine. I think it was a left back. As Q3 is underway, welcome to the 38 people watching on the live stream, minus the 2 of the bots, or the 1 of the bot. Make sure you join the Formula 7 Racing Discord server. You do 3-time trial laps, and then you get your tier. Zinchenko, yeah, him. Yeah, this is surprising for me, Nathan. That's because he took the mick out of me in tier 3. I think I should be in tier 2, but we obviously had that discussion ages ago. I'll just sandbag. I'm joking. I'll wait sandbag. So Jabba will start his lap. He was top of the session. No, it was Dave. Top 3 in Q2. Yeah, I might as well be the owner and move Nathan up. As Jabba comes through turn 3 now to set his banker. Let's see who will set the banker. I think it was the 2B cars who will set the bankers. So let's just see on board with Porsche now. Sorry, Jabba. No need for the disrespect. As Porsche be first to set his lap as he heads through to the 9-10 chicane. I would love to see a good constructors fight, or even a civil war between a team. I mean, Nathan was about to cause a civil war in tier 1 with who he teamed me up with. But hopefully we see one in tier 3. Or we see some good fighting, good championship fight, good constructors fight. As Jabba comes across the line now. Not Jabba, Poj. 16-7 is the banker. UD 17-0. So, next to cross the line will be Dave. Well, Shadow, 7 tenths off. Jabba, 2 tenths off. Porsche, so separates the 2 Visa Cash Up Racing Bulls Formula 1 team. Dave crosses the line. Goes fast, is 3 tenths off. 16-4. Dutch Verstappen, invalidated. So Dave at the moment is on provisional pole position. Followed by Porsche. And then Jabba, UD, Shadow, he only wants to set it up, and if he starts his lap. Oh, that was a cute stretch. Another one. 2 Alpines on the lap, a McLaren on the lap as well. Yeah, so Dutch Verstappen pits. Double sector 1 for NDMV, 26-7 through the first sector. Looking mighty for the Alpine driver, who I remember raced last season. He was a pretty decent driver. I think it was in tier 3 last season. As now NDMV comes through turn 9, 10, purple sector 2. It's looking mighty for the Alpine driver as he heads through turn 11, near the yellow line, but it's fine. So the actual track limits isn't the yellow line, it's the white line for Australia, which we need to see more of this, where there's a blue line and a white, there's a white line and a blue line. If you cross the blue line, that's your lap invalidated, not the white line, which we see in most races now. NDMV, P2, a 10th off Dave. Umbra P3, also a 10th off Dave as well, about 400ths off NDMV. Nathan is on his lap, purple sector 1, 26-8 through that first sector for Nathan. Nathan looking good on his banker lap in Q3. Nathan 44-0 for the second sector, also purple, so he just needs to keep it steady through sector 3 now in the technical part of the track, where There's a flat out corner, 2 of them, and braking zones which you need to get perfect. Let's see, a little bit of a lift for Nathan. It's all fine, kidney. I'm not good in qualifying. I have good race pace though. Yeah, House, McLaren, V-Cup and Alpine all in there. Nathan crosses the line. 7th for Nathan, so he lost some time for this 3rd sector there. T1 is never a good season with constructors. There's always like the dominant people get put on the same teams most of the time, like Mirko, Fancius. You had Ben and Ryan Clemenson. So you had kind of good championship fight, but it was Aston Martin who won by a mile, I swear, if I'm not mistaken. I'm dead sure it was Ferrari. Umbra on his lap, which hopefully isn't his last. It's a little bit too early to come out and do another lap though. Dutch Verstappen also on his lap, attempt up for Umbra, purple for that 1st sector. So at the moment, looking at provisional pole position, Dave also comes out as well. Oh wait, I might have got turned on formation lap. Oh, and Umbra spun it at turn 10. I actually saw that coming. So he clipped the curve through turn 10. He drifted a little bit wide, so that's his lap over. Let me just check if formation lap is on. Yeah, it is. So, yeah, that's a brilliant save from Umbra's Jabber. I think he was up on his time there. Let's see, backs out his lap. UD is on a lap as well himself as he heads through the 6-7 chicane. As Jabba, who was on a lap, he's 6th, UD is 7th, so the 6-7 between those two. I'm trying to fit in as many 6-7 jokes as I can, guys. I'm trying to make it entertaining as much as I can. I think I need a co-commentator with me. Through with chicane. I've said it so many times to you later the joke. UD heads through now, 6 attempts off pole position, so not what we expected from UD, but flat out, come on UD. So he heads through turn 13 now. UD, Dave 16-1, so we're almost in the 50s. UD has a semi-spin through the final corner as well. So Dave looking absolutely feisty at the moment. Jack will be next to cross the line. Where will Jack put his Haas? P6. I think people are putting more fuel in. No, UD will have to pay. I think that's UD's lap done. That's UD's qualifying done. He will start most P8. Does Jabba have enough fuel to go again? Yeah, he has enough fuel. Does Jack have enough fuel? No, he won't. So Jack most P6. Remember, on an out lap. Shadow on an out lap. Nathan hasn't left the pits. Oh no, he has left the pits now. So UD, unfortunate for him, has a semi-spin through turn 14. And that'll be his qualifying done. So Beekov, who looked almighty through Q1, on the back foot at the moment through Q2, as Podge is still in the pit. I think Podge might not come out again, and no, he's out. So Jabba will start his final lap of Q3. As he heads through turn 1 and 2, I think that was another thing that just got out this way. So Dave won't be coming out again, so it's provisional pole for him. Dutch Verstappen just comes out. I think he might have enough time. As Jabba wraps around turn 5. Jack says that's the best he can do. 2 attempts up for Jabba, so at the moment looking around P5 area, P4, which would be good For the McLaren Racing team, they see Jabba's second sector. 3 temps are purple through the second sector. Again, looking about P5 here. Still for Jabba. Jack retires from the session. That is no more for him. Yudi retires. That is no more for him. Nathan's going to start his lap just in time. Shadow's also on the lap. Most people are on the lap, but Dave, who is at the moment provisional pole position. Jabba to cross the line now. Willie Pitts McLaren near. It's P2, 500ths off Dave. That is pole position, not for Jabba, but still for Dave. NDMV starts his lap, who's been almighty so far. Umbra starts his lap as well. Dutch Verstappen about to start his lap. Nathan invalidates his lap. He will do no more than 9th. Shadow, 3 temps up at the moment. He's looking at about P9 at the moment. Maybe P10, not UD. All the way to the 4th row of the grid. The 5th row of the grid. Shadow, across the line now. It's P6, and that's the 9 done. So at the moment, Dave on provisional pole position. Umbra invalidates. That's P3 for him. Dutch Verstappen, let's see what his first sector is. It's a 10th up for Dutch Verstappen at the moment. As now, Dutch, let's see his second sector. Would it be close to pole position? It's 3 temps up. He needs to make 500ths up to be near Dave for pole position here for the Australian Grand Prix. The Alpine now going through turn 11. We go. Push. Goes into the pits. No more than 7th. Nathan also not on a lap. No more than 10th. NDMV also on a lap as well. Dutch Verstappen, as NDMV can't do any more, touches the grass on the exit of turn 13. Through turn 14 goes Dutch Verstappen. Will he be on pole? It's P3 for him, a 10th off pole position. Dave with his second lap is good enough for him to get a pole position. And our first pole position of the season will go to the heart of Dave Devs. It's Dave 16-1, no one in the 15s. So we won't see that till tier 2 later on. Yeah, he lost it all through the penultimate corner. He went onto the grass on the exit, so that is Q3 done, that is qualifying done. So Dave Devs, the Moldovan, will start on pole position, Jabba in P2, then Dutch Verstappen P3, Umbra, the Greek, in P4, NDOV, the Vietnamese, in P5, Shadow Hawk in P6, Podge P7, Jack P8, UD P9, and Nathan rounds off the top 10. I think I said that right, Moldovan, because it's Moldova. I swear that flag's Moldova. I know my geography, guys, trust me. Yeah, you know, Mr. Reese. So as you get ready for the new season to start, obviously 4 tiers now in Formula 7 racing. Tier 3 10 AM, Tier 4 3 AM, Tier 2 12 PM, and Tier 1 at 7 PM. We also got Realistic on Wednesdays. We are sponsored by Sim Racing Sales, which Nightbot's just put a link in there. Get our setups for get a setup for a discounted price for Assetto Corsa, Assetto Corsa Capatonase, iRacing, Formula 1, loads of them. And these from Barbados. Oh, okay, I was well off. My bad. And also sponsored by Fanatec as well. You can get bundles for a discounted price if you put it down. If you press the link that Nightbot put pretty well a time ago. So you wait for the drivers. We wait for the formation lap to start. Yeah, no, same here, Beyond. I don't think I'll get into Q3. But we just hope it's short qualifying so I don't have to sit there for 45 minutes doing nothing. We hope for not many safety cars because we got tier 2 in literally an hour now. What was the pole time? 16-1. Race 16-1. Let's formation lap. Gets underway. Let's check the tyres. Whoa! Loads of hard compound tyres. So Dave on the hards, Jabba on the mediums. Let me just do it this way. So Dave, Dutch, Umbra, Shadow, Porsche, Jack, and Nathan, top 10 on the hards. Vinchenko, Kidney, James, Pritzy, Ashton, and Quiet Geek also on the hards. Mediums will be Forza, DMB, Bulldog, UD, NDMB, and Jabba. So being on the mediums, and it will give you the advantage for a couple of laps. You box around lap 14 from the mediums to the hards. Safety car, you can extend it for another 2 laps, go about lap 16. For the hards, you can go up to lap 17 on the hards. They last about 17 laps before boxing for the mediums. Go 13 laps on the mediums, which will do you well for the start of your stint, but near the end of the race you'll have to do a little bit of defending when the hards get just a little bit better than the medium runners. As we get the race underway soon for the Australian Grand Prix. Are you guys ready? Because I am ready for this. Predictions on your race winner today, guys, or your top 3. Moment, and let us roll. Greek Ghost. NDV disqualified, not on the grid properly. Muscle memory. Yeah, Greek Ghost, Nimble. James retired and Pritzy as we get a new season. A new season, a new dawn in Formula 7 racing. It's 5 lights and the Australian Grand Prix is go! Jabba gets a decent start, same as the other McLaren as we head towards turn 1. He's going to be on the inside of Dave, probably into turn 1 as he goes a little bit wide off the track. Dutch Verstappen goes into P3 and a little bit of a moment there for Umbra as we head now down into turn 3 now. A little bit of wheel-to-wheel action around the back between the V-Carb and the Haas driver. We head into turn 3 and the V-Carb goes off the track there. As round the outside goes Bulldog on the medium compound tyres, and there's a spinner on the back. That is UD, I believe, or Porsche. It's Porsche. He goes all the way to the back. The title contender for last season. As there's a little bit of front wing off, and James is out of the session already, and that is a VSC already. Our first VSC of the season within 5 corners. 3 people off the track there. As Nathan goes back, Umbra goes back after going a little bit wide. But Dutch Verstappen able to make a move round the outside there of the McLaren. But that is a mild first couple of corners. And a first lap there. Yeah, he crashed in turn 5. Yeah, he got taken out apparently. As VSC ends, we get ourselves running into lap 2 now. Dave sets the mark 5 tenths off Jabba, so we head into turn 1 now, and this could be good as Nathan gets past Umbra and gets himself through. Umbra has gone back and he's into the pits actually. Vinchenko makes the move there on UD as now we go wheel to wheel. UD able to get through as DMB looking to strike us well, and look at that from the Red Bull Kidney through there. As we head through turn 5 now, and there's a little bit of a battle there between UD all the way down to Forza. Let's see if Jabba gets a slipstream and could take the lead of the Australian Grand Prix. DRS open for Jabba Podge is able to get through Ashton as we headed to 9 and 10. He won't be able to do it at the moment, but if he gets a good exit, good speed out of that turn 10, he could try something. Two McLarens also might go wheel to wheel there. Nathan gets past Forza as well. So two Alpines stay in formation here. You see a little bit of a gap coming from UD's DMB there. Vinchenko looking to try and grab something from it. Fastest lap goes to Dave as we head through now. Like I said, hard 17 laps. Well, you can do a 2-stop hard, medium, which you don't want to do, but you do. Jabba 4 tenths off Dave there as he tries going down the inside. He looks for a move, very close to Dave there as we head through turn 4 now into turn 5. And look how close Jabba is on the McLaren there, as now he's almost out of DRS through Dutch Verstappen, which means the two Alpines will go on a civil war. A little bit wide from Jabba, that would cost him a little bit of time. But look at the section he's gaining, and the lead might change on that 3 of the Australian Grand Prix. Here comes Jabba on Dave. He's able to make the move pretty swiftly, pretty quickly, and he also gets the DRS going to turn 11, and a new lead has changed Jabba into P1. Dutch Verstappen cuts the chicane massively there, as Bulldog also looking for a move on Jack at the moment. Let's see if he can make this move. At the moment he's just looking, but not going. Vinchenko 5 tenths back on DMB, and look at Quiet Cake trying to get a move there on Vinchenko. 2 tenths off that. Oh, helicopter cam, we are back. As Jabba sets the fastest lap now, he's almost out of DRS. He's almost pushed Dave out of DRS, who Dave is actually in a little bit of trouble here from Dutch Verstappen, who is 3 to 4 tenths back now from Dave. Vinchenko and DMB have swapped positions going into turn 3, so that's nothing too hard for Vinchenko, who's 1.9 seconds back from UD. As Dave now 4 tenths back, I think he might be looking for a move now. Here we go again. Leads will be changing once again. Dutch Verstappen might actually be looking for something here. And Dave the semi-spin. And Dave, who got pole position, who was at the lead of the race, has spun it. And he's moved down to P6. Will he move down another position? It's P6, P7, P8. As UD goes down the inside of Shadow. Can he make the move? Sick. And UD pushes Shadow wide onto the gravel. A little bit of carnage. As Dave went through turn 10, he spun it. And then Shadow got pushed wide as Dutch Verstappen takes the lead of the race, move through turn 1. Jabba's going to try and fight it back though. He won't be able to because of the DRS. Yeah, he looked for something and he got it. As Dutch now takes the lead over the Australian Grand Prix. Is a 1-3 for the Alpine outfit. I'm commentator's curse apparently now. So Jabba might be looking for a move here. Yeah, more people on the Haas because Haas will go longer and then you get the fresh tyres at the end. I did 17 laps on the Haas yesterday. Pritzy first to get a penalty this season as NDAV looking for a move there. Couldn't find anything. Dave on UD now. Could he try and find a move? Possibly not on this occasion. Vinchenko trying to look for a move. I saw on DMB. This is a 4-way battle for P9 at the moment. Nathan, who has a really good qualifying, but sit back a little bit. P13 for him. As into the pits goes DMB. So we see our first pit stop, which is pretty early, unless it's a wing change. As Dutch is has pushed Jabba out of DRS here, so the mediums are ready falling off with these tier 3 drivers, which we didn't expect. So they could be looking for the 2 stops. DMB, yeah, looking for the 2 stops. I think a 1 stop is still better, in my opinion. But obviously I had safety cars in my race, so. As NDMV looking for a move on Jabba through the straight and absolutely surpasses Jabba. It's like Jabba was a Formula 2 driver there. Yeah, I did a race yesterday, Magic. I had about a couple safety cars, but my tyres were fine. It got to 60% after lap 17. So, NDMV and Dutch Verstappen, 1-2 for the Alpine team at the moment for the Australian Grand Prix. No other real battles happening at the moment where overtakes are happening. UD on Bulldog, though, this could be a battle that could spice things up and could entertain the viewers. The comment music, die for them. Yellow flag in sector 3. Someone has spun out. Oh, it's Nathan. Nathan spun out at turn 14. Not good for Nathan. He spun out. He's still in P12 though. Vinchenko and Shadow go wheel to wheel now. As now, Vinchenko trying to go round the outside. Can't do anything about it as we head towards turn 5. It'll have to wait for the next available straight to try and get past the Jabba. Almost out of DRS3 and DMV as well. As Ashton and Nathan go wheel to wheel, I think Nathan has fallen down. Yeah, he does. Yeah, his name's not Vinchenko for me. Jabba gets a 3-second time penalty. UD makes the move on Bulldog as well. That is crucial for Jabba. As Dave also gets past Bulldog as well. I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep up with all the action, guys. I'm trying my best. Sorry. 4 drivers separated by a second. 3 drivers, I mean, now 2. Here comes UD. He'll be looking for a move going into turn 5. Decent exit through turn 2. Can he see if he can try and make a move? Not on this occasion, as Nathan Numbra went wheel to wheel as Nathan still going very slowly indeed. Doesn't have a puncture, right? But oh yes, into the pits. As DMB gets past Ashton on the fresh tyres. As Quiet Cake and Bulldog. Bulldog goes wide and goes through Quiet Cake there. Looked for the mistake, found the mistake, and now he's through. Here comes UD on Jack. Won't go for it on this occasion, but could go for it on turn 11. As we look as Jack goes wide. Can UD, this is UD's chance to see if he can get through. Is he going to go for a move down the inside? He tries to move down the inside. Can't do anything about it on this occasion. As a half sandwich is happening at the moment. It's Quiet Cake has a little bit of oversteer on the background there. So 5 tenths between Jabba and NDMV. See Jabba 3-second time penalty for him. It's Jack moves to the inside, trying to break the slipstream. You should do that once or twice, but not 3 times because that will be a penalty. Forza gets the penalty as well. Vinchenko and Bulldog have swapped positions. I think that's because Bulldog's in the pits, yeah. I don't know why it's not saying anyone's in the pits for. That's weird. And here comes UD and Dave wheel to wheel. Dave gets through on UD as UD loses his end plate. Oh my god, he tapped the wall very heavily there. Obviously we have new damage also this season. We've gone up to standard on the damage rate as well. But UD with wing damage, what's that going to do for him? He's already a second off. I think he might need to box for a new front wing here as this harsh civil war is going and Dave gets past Jack around the outside as Jack goes wide as well. Yeah, UD will be forced to do a 2-stop if he can't do anything about it. It's quite Cake also as Vinchenko and Shadow swap positions. You see how much Cake, yeah, Yudi's got damage, and oh, Cake down the inside. What a move through turn 13. Yudi's peeing anyway, but what a move there from Cake, the debutee, the rookie for tier 3. Jabba is in the pits now as well. I don't know why he's not saying anyone's in the pit. That's why. So the show position pet changes. Cake 14 positions gained. Umbra 11 positions lost. That is crazy. So Yudi in the pits. That'll be a new front wing for the Portuguese. I don't think they're doing pretty good laps. Yeah, 19.6. Most of them are in the 20s. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I don't know who invited him. He's looking decently fucked. I think he's still Q3. If he wins this race, then yeah, obviously, yeah. Jabba gets past Podge for P8. Nathan sets the fastest lap of the race. Is Nathan or Softs? Nathan. If he wins the race, he'll probably be like tier 2. Max tier 2. Yeah, if he dominates the race anyway, he'll just be removed from the results anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. No real action at the moment. Jack and Quiet Cake actually might have a little bit of a duel happening soon. As Jack gets a 3-second tap, I just saw him go off twice, so that was going to be expected soon. I think he's looking top tier 3, bottom tier 2, that's the thing. Let's see. Quiet Cake down the straight using the ERS. Can he get past Jack as we head towards turn 9 and 10? It will be the outside line for the Ferrari who taps the wall. Can he make the move? He makes the move. Beautiful move from Cake. To be fair, even if he's going to dominate this race, the moves he's making, it's pretty good. So Umbra in the pits. Shadow on the back of Vinchenko. Or Vincenzo. Vincenzo. You know what, I'm just going for Vinchenko. Right. I will do in a minute. I know you're looking for the gap Udi's at for the leader. Shadow looks for the move around the outside of Vinchenko there, but couldn't make anything work from it. Jack 9 tenths off Quiet Cake, who is absolutely pushing. Obviously, he's on the hard. Oh, hardcore about tires, a little bit of oversteer there. I think it might be on medium too, so it'll be midfield, probably tier 2, I'd say. Here comes Jack though, round the outside. Can he make the move? Oh, collision there. They touch each other. Jack's lost his end play. Was he squeezed to the wall? I don't think he was squeezed to the wall. I think he just went a little bit aggressive around the outside there. Will the stewards get involved? Obviously, stewards can now send out penalties. I think can send out penalties live now. But we'll have to see that. I don't know where you see that. But Jack comes into the pits. I think he might have a wing change there. So Shadow and Jabba looking for Vinchenko here. Here comes Shadow. Can he make the move into turn 1? Thought best of it. Yeah, just gets done, yeah. A little bit of touching there, but Shadow tries to go down the inside. A little bit of rear lock in there. That allows Jabba round the outside of turn 4 to make a move. That is a brilliant move there. As now we move down as Jabba, I think, might make another position here, going to P5, and he's looking neat. at the moment, 15 seconds off. It's looking neat at the moment to take the lead of this race again. Obviously, the gap now between the two Alpines, they have to make that gap because when they both hit, and that will obviously be double stagger. And a little bit of touching. And round the outside goes Jabba. He also hits the wall, but able to get away with wing damage as he makes a beautiful move around the outside of Vinchenko. So no real battles happening at the moment, but the Shadow Vinchenko fight, which has been happening all race anyway. So, as NDMV is the first Alpine to pit from race lap 14, he's doing the one-stop strategy. I don't know. He might be. I think it was always in cockpit cam. I think Fantheus was as well. And there was another person who had that really good setup. He was in the cockpit cam as well. There's a yellow flag. NDMV has spun it out the pit lane. And Alpine 1-2 will not be happening this afternoon because NDMV has just hit the wall. And I've just missed that. What happened there? It was probably cold tyres, a little bit of oversteer. Bulldog gets a 3-second time penalty. Shadows out of DRS of Vinchenko. And now there's no real battles happening anymore. But the fight with Yudi, who's on the back of DMB. There's no real fights happening now. And Yudi looks for a move here, not on this occasion. Dirty air, but he's able to still chase closely, and here we go, because Yudi might be able to make a move, not one, but could be two moves, but there goes Yudi down the inside of DMB, and he makes that move. DMB looks to try and fight back, but can't quite. Cake pits as goes wide. Bulldog, he's hit the gravel, and he's just lost 2 up position, pushes Yudi into P8. So Cake into the pits he goes. He's on the medium compound tyres out. He goes to lap 15. He'll come out ahead of NDMV as well because obviously NDMV had a little spin. So that pushes Cake, say around P3 area at the moment. There's obviously Jabba. P3 at the moment. 3-second time penalty. Dave. 7 seconds off Dutch Verstappen. Will Dutch Verstappen box soon? He's still got 2 more laps before he has to actually box. Bulldog makes a move on Pritzi into turn 1. That's a pretty decent move. Yeah, Porsche still needs to pit. He's on the Haas, obviously. The Haas go to lap 17, lap 18. I think they'll box lap 18 though, because obviously the virtual safety car was out. NDMV makes a move around the outside of Quiet Cake. Obviously, he's on the medium, so when those mediums heat up properly, he'll be able to make the move back, I think. There's no real battles happening at the moment, as Vinchenko pits, Shadow stays out on the hull. So a lap early for Vinchenko, looking for the undercut of Shadow. So Jack on the back of Vinchenko as well as he headed out the pits. So I think Jack might be able to make a pretty swift move going into the Naito chicane. Dave gets a 3-second time penalty as well. Yudi on his teammate, obviously on the faster tyre. Yudi comes through and takes P5 away. So Yudi back on the pace now. Jack also has made the move on Vinchenko and moves up to P10. So the gaps are coming back. We're having some battles. Dave heads into the pits now. That will be new tyres for him. Yeah, DNB will have to do another pit stop. I think he can't go to the end. Especially on the hards. He might go softly at the end, but that's pretty much it. And DNB gets past Jabba. So at the moment, look at that P3. I think that's Jabba's second stop as well, so that's a 2-stop done for Jabba. You'd have to gain a couple of seconds to move back near the podium. But Dodge Verstappen, I think Dodge Verstappen would come out in P1 still. It's got a massive gap. You lose about 18 seconds. Shadow might pit soon as well. Quiet Cake on NDMV. He also has DRS on DMV. So the first move taken will be NDMV on the Aston Martin. Quiet will then try and go round the outside, and he's lost his end plate now. And still looking for a movement off the track, and that's probably going to be a safety car. It is a safety car, and Dodge Verstappen pits at the most perfect moment ever. Shadow will also pit. UD might pit as well, so UD will be a P3. But I saw that coming from well back. Quiet Cake try to go around the outside of DMB, takes his end plate off, and then still tries to go down the inside of turn 10 on DMB. And he had a spin, and off the track goes Quiet Cake, and I saw that on the stream. Yeah, I would have waited as well. 10-second time penalty for Jack for speeding in the pit lane. He can just go back into the pits to serve that again. But UD stays out. Dodge Verstappen on the mediums now. He could go to the end of the race comfortably on that. One more pick. Strict rules. I don't think Cake should have went for that move. I think he should have waited. I think he should have just lifted. That way he wouldn't have lost his end plate. And he would have not had to go down the inside. I get it, DMB was on no tyres, but I say, to be fair, I say that, but loads of people in here know that I would just probably still work for the move. And if they spun out, I wouldn't care. So safety car out on the track. And at the moment, Dutch Verstappen absolutely lucky to have that 16-second advantage to come out still in P1. He has in the race, so from start to finish, near about. Yeah, UD has pitted, but not during the safety car. He stayed out. The safety car. Yeah, I've always wanted like street thing in the league. We finally got it. So, lap 19, 10 laps to go. Everyone's caught up yet, so it'll still be another lap. Yeah, safety car in this lap. Safety car in this lap. So Dutch Verstappen will lead the grid as loads of people are still not able to catch up yet. Unless that's what's happened, we'll hold the grid though so they can catch up. And there we go, Just Verstappen goes with a 9/10 advantage through UD as we head into turn 1 now. So UD from back of the grid, well not back of the grid, but with the wing damage and having to pit for a new wing. As Dave goes round the outside of UD, who actually was on the medium combat tyres, and UD might get sorted up and sorted by the kick stab as he tries to go around the outside. However, the inside line for turn 4, would he be able to make that move? As UD goes a little bit wide, and he also loses the position maybe to Finchenko as we head into turn 5, and UD has spun out! Or did he? As DMB tries to make a move as well on UD as well, as a 6-car battle here at the moment. So he heads down the straight now. It's about 5 cars who are wheel to wheel. Cake also trying to make a move, who has wing damage as well. I can't keep up with this anymore. As we're going about 2 wide. And, oh, there's another spin from Cake. As he makes contact with Jack as he goes wide. As NDMV also spins out. And there's a crazy safety car restart. As the 2 Red Bulls have hit each other and Forza has spun out. As Helicopter Cam also shows us Justice Kidley trying to make a move as well on Jack. As he goes down the inside, Jack will probably have to pit, which he will. DRS is enabled. As DMB will try and make a move on UD as he tries to go down the inside. Jack has retired from the race. As we head into turn 1 and 2. What other battles are happening? Porsche also trying to get on top of DMB. So he heads into turn 3 now, and he goes down the inside of DMB. That's a brave move there, as he now goes round the outside. He has to go off the track. Into turn 5 we go now, and that's a beautiful move from Porsche there. I think that's the move of the day there, personally. As Forza also retires from the race, Quiet Cake also retires from the race, and a huge carnage at that safety car restart. Wow. Yeah, I saw that. Everyone was just going crazy. Why go multiple through turn 9 and 10? Like 3 wide as well. As DMB looking for a move on UD. UD, who was P2 by the start of the last lap, they could be looking, as here comes Kidney Jim almost, they could be looking for a P8 now. As now we head through, there's no real battles happening at the moment, but Kidney Jim, who could be looking for a move there on UD. He goes round the outside of UD into turn 3. Can he make the move stick? He will then have the inside line. UD absolutely getting swallowed up here, as now Jim will have the outside of turn 5 and will take P8 from UD. So UD, who was P2, down to P9 now, and looking to get swallowed up by everyone, as Umbra goes also trying to make a move there. Dave, NDOV gets 3-second time penalty. Dave is 6 steps behind Shadow, as Dutch is absolutely surpassing the grid. Here comes UD on Jim. He makes the move into turn 9 and 10. As now this could be a point for Umbra to also make a move on Kidney Jim, who has no ERS, as he goes down the inside. Jim round the outside, tries to keep position safe. Then they might go multiple. They won't go multiple. 3 times off. Absolutely feisty racing from tier 3. Loads of collisions, loads of action. No head through. But 1 second behind now. Jim looking on UD again, 6/10 back. There's also a 6/10 gap here as Dave could be looking for a move on Shadow. Will be able to make that move work. He gets himself into P2. Vinchenko into P4. He's looking to get overtaken by Jabba as we head round the outside into turn 9 and 10. It'll be the outside line for Jabba. He makes that move stick. Good racing from those two. That's how you overtake through turn 9 and 10. There's no real other battles happening at the moment. Porsche P6 looking for Vinchenko. They'll last, don't worry about it. Sorry guys. Father. Anyways, Porsche looking for a move on Vinchenko here as he goes down the inside of the little bend. There, he's able to make that move stick. UD also looking for a move on DMB as well. Can't make that move stick at all either. As now he'll have another chance on DMB as we head into turn 11. He'll have the inside line into turn 11. Can he make that move work? He will make that move work, but the switch back from DMB. They're going to go wheel to wheel through turn 12, and DMB safely backs out. But Yuzi goes wide, which gives an opportunity for DMB round the outside of turn 13. Can't make that move work, but now heading into turn 14, he'll close the gap, and now we'll have a chance into turn 1. Try and make a move. Yudi tries to go defensive in the middle line. Will he then go back to the outside line? He will. DMB going to wait till turn 3 now, and this could be DMB's chance to make a move and move up into P7. DRS enabled. ERS also not enabled. Never mind. There's DMB 3/10 off UD here on the mediums compared to the hards. He drifts a little bit wide. I saw him touch the grass on the entry. Yeah, race 1s are only their pay. Extra pay. They're working extra hours. As now DMB was looking for a move on UD. Can't anymore. He's actually losing a little bit of time. I saw UD trying to push as much as possible. So, Porsche would not be moving up. He is not moving up. He's going to be in tier 3 till he wins the championship, I think. So, DMB on Newsy again. Would he try and make the move into turn 3 now? No, he winded a little bit too far back to try and make the move. And now, DMB trying his first, and DMB says fast lap of the race. He actually hit it, so he must have had damage as well. He's on the back of Nathan, who also has DRS on Bulldog. But this is the fight we're kind of looking at the moment between DMB and UD. He gets close, but then he just drifts away afterwards a little bit. Kidney Jim also gaining on him, which also bringing Umbra as well into play. So it's a 4-way battle happening soon. Actually 5-way, as UD is actually on the back of his teammate Porsche. So lap 26 of 29, going into lap 27. Now Dutch Verstappen 3 seconds ahead of the grid. He is absolutely past here as Nathan retires from the race. He's had an accident going onto the straight. I think he might have had a little bit of oversteer and crashed into the wall, but no safety car will come out now because it's nearing the end of the race here. Five-car battle now as Jabba and Vinchenko wheel to wheels. They head into turn 3 now. Jabba will have the outside line into turn 4. I don't know who's actually defending this position. I think it was Vinchenko. As Jabba makes the position up, he's into P4 now. But Vinchenko, if he's able to stay closely, he might be able to repass him. DMB, looking for a move on Portage as Yudi gets past. Portage is actually holding them up, which is going to help Yudi. Pass away as Jim looking for a move on DMB. Umbra around the outside, they're going to touch into the wall there, going to turn 9 and 10, and end play off for Umbra goes, as round the outside goes get the Jim on DMB. He's able to make that move, almost stick. He's then going to try and go wall to wall as they head into turn 11 now, but Ghost has lost his end play, I think, and he's also touched the back of Jim, which makes Umbra go past. I think he's going to let Jim back past it. He thought he knew that it wasn't the safe move to do, and now they have lost so much time. They're now 2 seconds behind DMB. DMB is actually 1.2 seconds behind of Paul. So it's now the V-Cub Civil War happening. Nathan just went into the wall. I think he had a little bit of oversteer. Dave on the back of Shadow there as well, as we can see. So Dave, could he make a move on Shadow? I think that would actually have a profitable race. As we are nearing the final lap, I think it's definitely gone through. So Dave waiting for 10-11. He won't be able to make the move there, but DMB on the back of Porsche again. Does he have DRS? He does have DRS. Could he be looking for the move? We don't know. Bulldog has spun out into turn 1. As Pritzi and Umbra go wheel to wheel there. They're able to go cleanly through there. DMB still can't make the move on Porsche, and it's helping Easy out a lot. And I think Jabba might have spun there. Jabba had a little bit of a moment, and that's let Vinchenko back pass. And Jabba, oversteer again. His tyres is ruined. Yuzi now has the opportunity to get P5 here. As we're heading into the final lap of the Australian Grand Prix here in Tier 3, the first race of Season 12. DMB still looking on the back of Push here to see if he's able to make a move. They will also try and make a move on Shadow. DMB is a little bit too far back to make the move there, but Dave isn't far back to try and move down into turn 11. Is he going to go for it? He's still going to go for it. Bulldog has retired from the race, but from that happening, Dutch Verstappen hasn't had any problems all race. Qualified P3 for Alpine. It was an Alpine 1-2 at some point. NDMV spun into turn 1 as he gets to the pits for his first pit stop, but it doesn't matter because Dutch Verstappen will win the first race of Season 12. Dutch Verstappen wins, Shadow P2, Dave P3, Vinchenko will come home in P4 for an absolute flyer as he moved to Mercedes. There's the crash at the back as well from Yudi, as Yudi has actually crashed at turn 14, so he's lost 2 positions and he will finish 9th, 10th, 11th. It's going to be close, but Yudi has messed himself up. But Dutch Verstappen wins the Australian Grand Prix for Tier 3. He's on PlayStation. We won't be able to do it will we? Dutch Verstappen because the other 2 aren't on PlayStation. But that is race done. I swear someone predicted him to win as well. I think someone did predict him. Ryan, you race tier 2, don't you? That's literally in 10 minutes. Oh, I gotta do driver of the day, don't I? Driver of the day, driver of the day, driver of the day. I will say driver of the day will be. I'll say Kidney Jim's my driver of the day today. Even though Sefinchenko. I'm gonna say Kidney Jim's my driver of the day today. From P14 to P8, he's done pretty well today. Dutch Verstappen wins the race. Shadow and Dave runs up the podium. Vinchenko, then Jabba, Porsche, DMB, Kidney Jim, Umbragoes, Pritzy, UD, Ashton Army, NDMV, Bulldog, Nathan. It will be Bulldog, Nathan, Forza, Quiet, Jack, and James who retire from the race. Obviously, James retiring at lap 1. I will just do the race director for this, for people who need it. But that's it. 10 minutes of tier 2, so you guys might as well just stay on the stream for tier 2, but I'll be ending it. Next race is. Let me just quickly check. Next race is Bahrain next Sunday. We'll be back for that for 10 a.m. next Sunday. That was a crazy race, but we'll see you a lot next week and enjoy your 10-minute break before tier 2. And good luck to the tier 2 drivers that were watching today.